Hi y'all, this is Charity from F.R.O.G Crochet, and I'm actually going to do a crochet video today. Or well, at least show some items that I've been working on, or that I've actually finished several items. So I've not been not crocheting. um, but first I will do our devotion real quick, and then I will do the other part. It says unfailing love. And of course, I got to do this. All right. The Lord watches over those who fear him, those who rely on his unfailing love. We put our hope in the Lord. He is our help and our shield. In him our hearts rejoice, for we trust in his holy name. Let your unfailing love surround us, Lord, for our hope is in you alone. And that is Psalm 33, verse 18, and verse 20 through 22. We've been told not to hope in anything or anyone but God, but sometimes that can be difficult. God is unseen, and it takes faith to believe the unseen will come to our aid. We may begin to rely on finances, other people, or other powers, but soon we or but soon we come to realize that the Lord is the God of abundance, more powerful than people, things, or institutions. So today remember that God is watching over you, that his love will never fail you, that he alone can help and protect you. Today, rejoice in the God of gods and all powerful, all loving being who created you, the one who will always stand by you, never fail you. But your but put your hope in him alone. Trust in his holy name. Remind me, and this is our prayer. It says, remind me in this moment, Lord, that you are loving me, helping me, shielding me, that I can trust in you. I may feel your presence, Lord, as my heart rejoices in you. And our prayer jar inspiration is, my hope and joy rest in the God whose unfailing love surrounds me. My eyes and my mouth were not working together when I was reading that. Alright. So, I have been working on some of this stuff at home, and some of this I've been working on when I go and stay with the lady that I stay with. And this one I did complete at her house. I think I ended up finishing it here because it got too big. I don't know. I may have finished it at her house. I don't remember. But this pattern is on Crochet Crowd. I made one similar to this, but much, much bigger. I actually followed the pattern to the T on this one. I can't remember what pattern it was that I used. I will try to go back and put it in the description box of which one I did. Miss Kitty picked out the colors for me. I told her I wanted to do fall themed colors, and she helped me pick these out. And I told her, I said, look, I said, these, to follow the pattern, I said, pick one and put it as A, B, C, D, and E, I think was as far as it went. And so she wrote on all of them for me, and this is how it turned out. I thought it turned out really good. Actually going to give this to my secret sister at church. We do the reveal in October, and my secret sister loves fall stuff, so this will be perfect for her because it'll be in the fall when we do this. So that's ready. Just need to put it in a box. and do that. So that's a finished object. Um, and then I went through. I've got a desk in there that I have, which actually is a filing cabinet. Really, um, it's it's an old, looks like a dresser, but it's actually a filing cabinet. It was left here by my in-laws, and I had a bunch of these dolls that I would find either Goodwill, yard sales. There's also a local thrift store kind of thing place. It's called Hidden Treasures. My husband refers to it as the junk store. Um, but anyway, I find baby dolls and I like to make dresses for them. And over the years, I have given them away to kids that I know, um, or which recently I have been giving them to the for North Carolina. Now, some of these dolls aren't in the greatest of shapes, but I clean them up and the best I can. And 9 times out of 10, when I get these dolls, they don't have clothing. Now, some of the yard sales, I do get them with the clothing. Sometimes I get them at Goodwill that have their own clothing. But I usually try to, if I make a dress for the doll, I try to keep the clothes that came off of it with the doll as well. So, because kids like to change clothes on their dolls, or just like I find them stripped down and have no clothes at a lot of places. But I have finished 2, and these will go to North Carolina. And see, this is a very well loved doll. She's had better days, but I cleaned her up and made this dress. And yes, it is a little bit longer, but I thought, well, they could put this on their bed and just have the dress kind of sitting out on it. But she definitely did not have any clothes when I got her and got her cleaned up. And this one, I know I found this one at a yard sale. That one I could not tell you because I've had her for a while. This one was one of my recent finds, so I do know that I got this at a yard sale. But this is the dress that I made. And I put an underskirt to it. The collar does not want to stay down, but there's the back. And this doll actually came with a doll diaper, but I did, like I said, I found this one at a yard sale. And I plan to make some more dresses in the future, but those are the 2 that I have gotten done recently. And then I have gotten in this kick of doing head bandanas, hair bandanas, whatever you want to call them, handkerchiefs, go on your head. And I have been going crazy on making these lately. I've got several of these done. This one is done, and I forgot to sew the end in, but I just have to sew the end. But this one's done. It wants to curl on me. There's that one. There's several of these that I've got done. I have not sewed the ends in. I hate sewing. I just forgot to do that one. There's this one. Now I did one identical to this one in purple. And I ran out. I used the last of the purple and ended up bordering it with the gray in that same pattern as this. Now this is ice cream yarn that I had gotten from I made something out of this. This was left over from an item that I made for Miss Kitty, which was a hooded cape. And this one was one of the ones, I can't remember what the flavor would have been. But this one was one left over from, I made a shawl for my mom, and this was left over from it. It's cookies and cream, ice cream yarn. The purple one I couldn't tell you. It didn't have a label, so. This one I did in the cookies and cream as well. A lot of these have similar patterns. These worked up really fast. I think I got 2 or 3 of these done in one day. There's another one in the grape. And this one turned out so big. But now this one I do not have the ends sewed in yet. But this one turned out really big. But I used cotton yarn. Sugar and cream, lilies and cream, whatever brand it was. But I used that. In that same pattern, I used a smaller yarn because that turned out so big. I made it in a black, and this is the second one I've made in this black, because there was so much of this and it was a lot thinner. I could make more out of it. I do have a little bit more of this black left, but it's not enough to make anything else with it. And some of the, I don't know how old the yarn was. I got it secondhand. It was starting to disintegrate on the other one, and I had to kind of splice in, keep I had to keep attaching it together because it was, I don't know, in little sections here and there, it was very fragile. It would literally come apart on me, and I'd find a section where it wasn't falling apart. But anyway, there's that one. Another project that I'm working on. Now, this is the one I really need to start working on this again. I got all the pieces crocheted. It's just, I gotta sew in all the ends to all the pieces and sew them all together. And there is a lot of pieces for this particular project. So I've been procrastinating on this one. I have all the pieces crocheted. It's just the sewing part. And I really don't like sewing it. So that's why I was surprised I picked this, but I really liked the pattern. So I had to try it. And that's the start of it. That's as much as I got sewed together. And I've been literally sewing the ends in right before I attach it to, to this. So I am sewing ends as I go on each piece. So anyway, this is the tulip cube throw, or tulip 3D cubed throw, or something like that. That's what this is. Now I made it a little bigger, or I made more pieces than what she suggested, but she also uses a thicker yarn. She uses like a 5 or a 6 yarn. I'm using a 4 weight, so it made these pieces a lot smaller, so I had to make more of them. I have 40 of the gray, 40 of the white, and 31 of these, and then you have the other shapes to make the outside edges, make it more square on the edges. So, and I think I might, I know, I think I'm going to border it in just a single crochet all the way around, just to kind of straighten out some of these spots through here and on the corners to make it look more I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But right now I'm in the sewing it together stage. I got all the pieces done. Just got to sew it together. I quit procrastinate. And another project that I'm working on. Now this one is usually my to-go one. I usually use it when I will crochet in church so I can concentrate on what he's talking about. And I usually do something that's an easy project that I don't have to really, this one I have to pay attention to my counts, but I can just kind of do some of it and then go on. But anyway, this is the front of it, and this is one of the F.R.O.G crochet patterns. I couldn't tell you what pattern it is. I don't remember. I just remember how to do it. But I don't know which pattern this one is of hers. But it is one of her shawls. Once I get done with this skein of this color, I think this is three or four so far of this teal color. I'm going to add this cream color to it, or off-white around the outside. So this one's close to getting done, but usually it goes with me out to church on Sundays. I will take it with me. I've been working on, sometimes I'll take it with me to Wednesday nights, and then doctors, like, I have a doctor's visit, the kids have a doctor's appointment, whatever. It'll probably go with me when the kids have a dentist appointment, too. I mean, it does go, every time I go up there, oh, what you working on now? So, they've gotten used to me bringing something with me. If I don't have it, then they're like, oh, you didn't bring something? Especially if I'm not working on it when they see me. But a lot of them they have gotten used to seeing me working on things when I show up over with the kids for their dentist appointments. It's usually cleanings, but anyway. But that is what I have been working on. So yes, I have been still crocheting, even though that me and the kids have been doing these try something new videos. I just thought it would be something different to do with the kids and get them a little more involved. Miss Kitty does not want to be on here with me. The little man will. So if you see those, he's in there with me, but she does not want to be on camera. She don't mind her voice being in there, but she does not want to be seen on the camera. So anyway, that's that. But I've been busy. Like I said, I've been still crocheting. So, I hope y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye, y'all.